We are 3 days from Judgment Day. Gowen wishes he had 2 legs, but he's only got one. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. We are here for the debut of Gowen, the Hulkster brother. He handed him Old Glory, and then Roddy Piper and Sean O'Hare brother battered the hell out of him and ripped his leg off. Roddy Piper almost ripped his actual real leg off. That would have been, you know what, McMahon's talking about lawsuits and all that. Imagine he actually ripped his real leg off.
Yeah,
And he's left with 8 legs.
I would have put Roddy Piper in a tricky situation, but thankfully, Gowen still has one leg, and he'll be a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest soon when we see him make his real SmackDown debut. When's this guy getting a contract?
We'll have to wait and see, but we're in Baltimore, Maryland. Absolute shithole, the highest degree. There is no two ways about it.
Yep, apologies anybody watching for Baltimore, but it's true.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have a. I mean, what are they watching it through? I'm sure their laptop, their PC, their TV, their
Been
phone,
stolen or something,
or shot or something like
bullet
that.
holes for it.
If you're watching, shout out to Baltimore. Anyway,
Great place.
Yep, Vince McMahon.
The Ravens.
Vince McMahon probably went out there with
Lamar Jackson, what a guy. Derek Henry, great players.
Vince McMahon went out there with a bulletproof vest on.
No chance shooting me. That's what you got.
He's like, Hulk Hogan, he's deceitful, he's greedy, he's not. We're gonna prove it. And at Judgment Day, I want somebody to kick his ass and rip his fucking mask off. Damn it! Out come the FBI. You've got big. Well, you've. Well, I was gonna say Big Guido. He's not Big Guido. It's Little Guido. There's nothing big about this guy.
Johnny the Bull Stamboli and Chuck Palumbo, and Nuncio puts them over. He's like, you want somebody taken out, then you come to us. You want somebody whacked, then we're the guys to do it. And Little Guido puts over the FBI. Then he shows a package in the truck, and we just see like a compilation of FBI. At the beginning, they're just like stealing and moving boxes out of a truck in some dodgy alley. But then we see them actually like taking out guys like Rikishi, Benoit, Taker, and like
Brock.
It was just like every time Nathan Jones, every time they would take somebody out, like the screen would just kind of like grey, and it was like this whacked red like wax symbol would appear, plant it over the guy's face, and it was funny. You got to see it to appreciate it.
No, it was funny, and obviously, I mean, they weren't not like all 5 of these guys' careers have ended, but it just shows you in the past couple of months that the
FBI have been taking people out.
They've been taking people out. What is it? Johnny the Bull. He said the McMahon is like baked on CD, brother. I mean, just there was a lot of American slang getting dished out. McMahon didn't really know what was going on, but he had it to the back.
Yeah, FBI McMahon head to the back to talk numbers. By the way, I didn't realize how strong Johnny the Bull Stamboli was. This guy literally fucking gorilla pressed Rikishi over his shoulders and held him there for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, what a maneuver.
That's fucking impressive.
What a
I tell you
maneuver,
what,
pal.
we could talk about people being strong and shit like that. I don't think I've really seen anybody do this.
No, this was
I'm talking. I think Big Show's the only guy that could maybe do it, and even then, I don't know. I don't think Big Show could. I've never seen Big Show do this.
No, this was a belter of a maneuver.
You know what? You get Brock Lesnar F5 and people, but at the end of the day, he's using his body to hold them up. Holy shit. Johnny the Bull Stamboli legitimately gorilla press slammed Rikishi and extended his arms and had him up in the air for like 5 seconds like he was a baby. I was fucking flabbergasted by this.
No, it was an epic maneuver, but we got Chuck Palumbo versus Rikishi. Shenanigans there with the Bull. Eventually, in the end, Rikishi loses the match due to so much interference. It cuts backstage.
I think FBI had to win.
Aye.
I mean, Little Guido, Nuncio can't come out and sell their services to McMahon to take out Hogan, then lose to Rikishi.
Although saying that, we didn't see any more of McMahon and Nuncio, so maybe the tape ran out. Maybe they ran out of wax. Who knows? But
maybe they whacked McMahon.
Brock Lesnar.
Maybe Nuncio got whacked.
Brock Lesnar runs from backstage and just picks up Palumbo like he's nothing, man. F5. Hell yeah. Stephanie then is backstage, tells Brock, you know what? A stretcher match. Fantastic. It's the most dangerous match in the business. Is it really, though? Is the stretcher match? I mean, I know what she's kind of going for. If you leave on a stretcher.
Yeah, the whole point is you need to be incapacitated to get put on a stretcher and get wheeled out, but I don't know. I still think like a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
Or Buried Alive
match.
Yeah,
because I know there's been a 6-man Hell in a Cell and it's not like all the 5 that lost left on a stretcher, but normally if you lose a Hell in a Cell match, you're leaving on a stretcher at some degree. It's like with a stretcher match, it's like you can see like somebody get hit in the head with a chair and get pushed across the line, and they get back up. You know, it's not like a concept like an ambulance match. I feel like you don't see what goes on in the back of the ambulance, so maybe they're going to legit go to the actual hospital. Who knows? But there's 2 sets of roses, one red and yellow, one red and white. She's like, one's for Hogan, one's for Mr. America. McMahon's like, well, fuck it. I accept your apology, Stephanie. Anyway, she's like, you know what? I'm leaving. Guess what? I'm sorry, and I'm glad you accept my apology. Obviously, a wee bit backhanded here, because McMahon, he should be the one apologising, all right? Not Stephanie McMahon. We then seen another report about Miss Elizabeth's death, which of course they aired the whole what do you call it, confidentiality? The show they have.
The one.
Again, they didn't waste any time here with Miss Elizabeth. I mean, they're literally straight into that cruiserweight title match though. Matt Hardy versus Tajiri. Some great Matt facts about that. Matt Hardy eats more sushi than Tajiri. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, we also said he also said that Matt Hardy thinks Tajiri is above the cruiserweight limit, which is ironic since Matt Hardy is literally teetering the 220 mark. But yeah,
Nunzio, man, that's a guy that's better than Okada every single day of the bloody week. Some good action in here.
You mean Tajiri?
That's what I said.
You said Nunzio.
Nunzio?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking head's going. Tajiri. But
tell.
yeah, Tajiri's better than bloody Okada every day of the week. But no, they would never admit it. Give me a tarantula or a buzzsaw or anything over that jabroni, man. Look, the Rainmaker.
Yeah, we had it. Tajiri does this like kick on Shannon Moore, and it looks like he falls back and cracks his head after the barricade. Crash got involved. He crashed to the floor, but unfortunately, Tajiri took a twist of fate, and his chances of winning the Cruiserweight Championship took a twist of fate. So yeah, Matt Hardy wins, decent match. Tajiri kind of screwed, 3-on-1 pretty much, but here, that's what my attitude's all about.
Matt grabs the mic and he says, you know what? What did I say?
Mac.
The Mac, the Big Mac. But he wants Mr. America, and he wants him at the pay-per-view, because he can get it done. How good's this, though? Because the roster's all involved. When was the last time you watched modern wrestling, right, and it actually felt like the entire roster?
No, they all feel like they're disconnected. They don't feel like you don't feel like there's any sort of like chain. It's like it all feels like there's separate divisions and shit like that. Nothing. There's like no continuity.
It doesn't feel like a living and breathing roster backstage show on the road, a circus. So it just feels like you said, isolated segments, because that's really all it is. Eddie Guerrero's backstage. He starts putting mustaches, eyebrows, all this Mexican stuff on Kurt Angle. He's like, oh, hombre, oh, my uncle, let's try the feel. McMahon.
Chavo not here tonight. Apparently got injured overseas.
Yeah, will the ladder match go ahead? We're not convinced because we don't recall one fucking thing from it. So, I mean, does it happen? Let's hazard a guess. I'm actually going to say no.
I'm not convinced it's happening. I don't recall this match ever taking place.
Yeah, it's like every ladder match for this period, you remember one spot, at least one.
And if Chavo was so injured that he couldn't even appear on the show, then is he really going to be at the pay-per-view?
Unless he's in a hospital overseas, who knows? But obviously this is taped. Maybe he's got a few more days to recuperate. Who knows? Then got John Cena versus Chris Benoit. Got a rap for Cena on Mr. America. He says he's going to kick Mr. America's ass at Judgment Day if he is deemed good enough for that. He's the toughest son of a bitch he's ever faced. But we'll see how it goes. Toothless aggression. Chris Benoit. Just a random mid-card match on this SmackDown. And by God, I mean, does it deliver? You've got toothless aggression. I mean, I actually think a green John Cena is a good John Cena. I think a rough around the edges Cena works.
Absolutely.
With the whole rapping gimmick. But sadly for Chris Benoit, the FBI came out, and essentially what happens to Benoit is that he gets snookered and Benoit loses the FBI. Well, tell you what, man, no one can complain of the FBI's booking in 2003 because they're getting involved in everything.
Yeah, they're looking strong, taking out Benoit, whacking him again.
Yep, and then essentially what you got was Rhino, like kind of like limping down to the ring. You've got Spanky coming out.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Spanky, but he came out with a chair or took the chair, and I mean, I thought maybe we were going to get a 6-man tag here, but we didn't. But yeah, they made the save, and also Chuck Palumbo wasn't there, so I guess he's selling the the F5 from earlier.
Yeah, he is selling it, but Rhino gets a nasty chair shot to the leg, and it looked like it absolutely butchered him. But, 411 Mania is complaining about this was a 12-minute match that ended in that finish. See, complaints about a 12-minute match in 2003 due to the finish. 12 minutes would be below the average these days.
Yeah, no, 100%. And what do they want? Like, I don't think Benoit should be losing to Cena, and I don't think it helps Cena losing to Benoit. So I think a non-finish is good. What is it with people that are hell-bent on, oh, we need to have a definitive finish? It's a throwaway match on TV. There's no guy needs to lose to the other guy. This was fine.
No, no, absolutely. I think this is the correct way of doing it, and yeah, it's kind of building towards a 3-on-3 match that I think will be pretty decent. Not going to be at Judgment Day, but maybe we'll see it. Well, here, it could be on Judgment Day. Might replace Big Chavo Guerrero if he's injured his tackle, let's say. But Piper's pit up next. Roddy Piper demands to wrestle Mr. America at the pay-per-view. Now, obviously, these guys have fought each other about 1 million times over the years. Halloween Havoc was at 97. It was 97 because I believe 98 was Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. I mean, 6 years have passed since then. Are we beyond in 2003 seeing Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper? Potentially.
I think so.
But it's Mr.
Hogan,
America.
Hogan can still go with a good opponent. I'm not sure Roddy Piper's got it in him.
Yeah, we've seen
with any opponent, to be honest.
Piper's out of shape, man. Big time out of shape. It's not even like he's slightly out of shape, like he's done.
Yeah, I remember on SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, you had Roddy Piper and Sean O'Haire as a tag team, and fucking tell you what, they didn't put this version of Piper in the game.
Nope.
It was like 85.
85
version of Piper.
Not an 03.
Certainly wasn't an 03 version
even
of
a
Piper.
97. Like they just lied straight to our face and stuck in an 85.
Yeah, this Piper is not. I think he should. Yeah, can he get a bit physical and stuff like that? Yeah, but for me, he should just be Sean O'Haire's manager. I don't think Piper should be wrestling. I think Sean O'Haire versus, but it's not got the draw. Obviously, they want Piper versus Mr. America or Piper versus Hogan. But who cares if Piper's at ringside? That's enough, isn't it?
No, that is enough, man. And it's like it's weird though because Piper. Do you know Roddy Piper? He was only about 43.
Yeah, but he's obviously let himself go, hasn't he?
It just shows you. And as much as we criticise modern wrestling for the average age being very old, at least there's a lot of guys still in decent shape into their 40s. I'll give them that.
Yeah, give them credit where it's due.
But Hogan comes out. He's had enough of this slander. Well, I'll say Hogan, it's Mr. America, brother. He gives this guy in the front row the American flag. We think nothing of it. He gets in the ring. One thing leads to another. Hogan's getting beat up. O'Haire prevents him from hitting the leg drop on Piper. Then this guy just jumps in the ring with the American flag, brother.
Hits Piper over the back of the head, then gets taken out by O'Haire, smashes his head on the back of the stool, and the security's trying to pull him out the ring, and Piper's trying to pull him back in the ring, stop him from leaving, I guess, because he wants to batter him, and he just pulls his leg off, and there's like this big silence, and like it's awkward, and the commentary don't really know what to say. Piper's shocked, O'Haire's shocked, and it kind of just ends the segment there with Piper and O'Haire in absolute disbelief. And then later we see they come back for the break. Mr. America is helping this kid to the back while holding his leg. Like, why not reattach his leg and let him walk back? Anyway, Mr. America...
carry him.
He's got the kid in one arm and the leg in the other. Then we see McMahon backstage, and he's furious. He's thinking a lawsuit. He's thinking this could be a disaster. He then says he's going to let these two guys think about it, and he'll speak to them in a bit.
Yeah, so what's going to happen here? I mean, are they overselling this? You can argue yes, but you know what, man? I think it's actually good. You've got this, like, it kind of blurs the lines. Like, I don't think anyone's really thinking it's a fan, but you don't know. Maybe this fan took it serious and they've ripped this guy's leg off and they didn't really know what to do. I think all four guys did a pretty good job here of making it feel fucking real.
Yeah.
Real to me, damn it. We got Shelton Benjamin, no stop, and he's taking on Eddie Guerrero. Guerrero brings out the painting. Guerrero brings out the medals essay. And essentially what you've got here is Charlie Haas gets involved. Where's Chavo? Chavo's overseas. He's in some hospital. I believe they were on a UK tour, so maybe he's sitting in London somewhere. But yeah, essentially it ends. Benjamin hits I believe it's super kick on Eddie Guerrero. Short match is what it is. Chavo's not there, so it's the whole 2-on-1 attack on Eddie that gets him beaten. I guess he looks strong in defeat. But then we have Vince McMahon. He comes in. He's like, you know what, Piper? You got a black heart. Sean, I believe you. You care. But I need that black heart. I need it in 3 fucking days. When you're going to rip that mask off of Hulk Hogan.
And that's all it took. McMahon realized if he can rip the leg off of some kid, he could rip the mask off of Mr. America. So McMahon thinks Piper's got a black heart and he needs that black heart at Judgment Day.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I tell you what, man, as much as we can bash Hogan and Piper in 03, I think the reason for McMahon picking him, McMahon did a good job, didn't he? I believe of putting this over.
Absolutely.
We also had Tori Wilson come out modelling her bikini, and we also had Sable modelling her bikini. You had King in the background during one of it, and he was like pure marking out. We'll kind of go over the match card because it kind of just happened. But who won? I would go with Sable.
Yeah, I think Sable looks. I think Sable looks, in terms of like fitness, I think she definitely looks in better shape. If that's what you're going for, like.
Yeah.
Not saying I prefer Sable, but she did say something about. I don't know. I think she made a dig about almost calling Tori Wilson like overweight, which I think's fucking shocking. But
that was a thing back in like this early 2000s. People, even if you were not overweight, were called overweight. And look at the state of people now.
But I mean, it is mental. But I mean, I think if you were saying who's in better shape and who's got less body fat, then it's definitely Sable, isn't it?
Absolutely, but it is revealed apparently, not on the show, but Chavo will miss 6 months.
Damn.
So looks like that ladder match won't happen.
And that's why we don't remember it. Chavo missing 6 months.
Which will put us up to December, November time.
That's crazy,
Tell
man.
you what though, that helps that helps Eddie massively, I think.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I didn't think Los Guerreros would be over like this.
No.
I thought Los Guerreros had a lot more to offer.
Yeah, that maybe he comes back sooner. Maybe this is a typo or something. I don't know. 6 months seems incredibly.
I think that's crazy, man. I thought Los Guerreros had a much better run as a tag team, and I thought we got a lot more just like vignettes from them and stuff. And because if he's going to boot for 6 months, that's pretty much going to take it up to almost the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And then Eddie will be going into. Did Eddie and Chavo not feud before Eddie becomes champion, or is it after?
I think it's beneath him once it's after it, no?
I don't know. Timing just feels weird here.
We'll have to wait and see. Looking forward to it. But we have one more thing. Rey Mysterio. Booyaga. Interview. Big Show kidnaps him. Drags him out to the ring. Whips out the stretcher. Benoit. Well, Mysterio's name's already out. We got Benoit and Lesnar still written on it.
Yeah, Benoit didn't quite get the stretcher treatment last week. Almost. And then Lesnar makes a save. He runs down, attacks Big Show. Hits an F5 on the Big Show.
So easy.
Yeah, just, like he weighs 2 pounds. Big Show gets up, he's pissed off, and then he eats a maneuver for Rey Mysterio as well, who then sneaks underneath the bottom rope and celebrates with Brock, who just lifts Rey onto his shoulders on the ramp like a small child. And we got Brock looking at Show looking at Big Show, or Show looking at Brock. And
Show's looking at Show. Big.
Commentary team. They put over the match at Judgment Day, and that is it.
Big Show can't fit on the stretcher. How can he lose? Well, I think he's going to lose, so don't worry about it, guys. But that is the show. Again, good, but not as good as Raw, so I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I think I'll get a 7. I'll get a 7. It was all right. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, it's normal, right? Because SmackDown's missing Angle and Taker.
Yeah, I think they definitely need those two back big time.
And I do also believe. I mean, I know when you get Heyman, you kind of do lose McMahon, but Stephanie to me adds nothing. Heyman will add something, but like I say, when Heyman comes in, you'll lose McMahon to a degree. So not really looking forward to that. But when you are missing Kurt Angle and Taker, it is noticeable. It is, because you've got a lot of guys that are coming up. And then it kind of makes Big Show as like the only real guy to go after Brock, which is a shame because we've seen it a fucking million times. But that's it, 6.5 out of 10. Judgment Day.
I'm not really excited for Big Show Lesnar. I just hope it's one and done.
Yes.
No, I don't think there's any need for a rematch
I think the next match is Vengeance, and you've got, I think it's Brock, Big Show, Angle, in a triple threat match for the belt. So
we'll see. Still some
yeah,
Brock
but it's a
Big
wee bit
Show
different,
and
isn't it, I
Phil
guess. We'll see how it goes, though. Till next time.
Peace.